that's a blessing to me, because I was praying during this whole process for the Almighty, the Creator, to reveal who this person is to me.
Adam and Latoya are very popular black YouTubers who have been on YouTube back since 2010 or 2011, and they've basically made a name for themselves as very popular black YouTube influencers. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oinka and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Ibadan, Nigeria. If it's your first time stopping by, you are most definitely welcome. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different than what I normally do on this channel, and that is because one of my favorite YouTubers has decided to separate from her husband, to get a divorce from her husband, and that is Latoya Forever. I've been watching them for a very long time, although recently I haven't been watching them as much because I just stopped getting their notifications. I don't think they were consistent for a bit, so I stopped getting notifications from her, and so I just stopped watching them until very recently when I learned that they were getting a divorce. And sis, I will tell you that my heart sunk. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And I didn't want to talk about it initially, but then her husband made a reaction video where he was trying to basically defend himself, and so I just decided to just, you know, give my 2 cents on this. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into the video. First of all, I'm going to say that divorce is something that is very difficult for all parties involved, especially when there are already children in the mix, and that is just really crazy, because divorce is definitely not something that anybody wants to go through, right? So when they came out to announce the divorce, when Latoya actually came out to announce the divorce, I was like, oh my god, what is this? Like, she put it up on her Instagram, and I'm gonna leave a picture of that on the screen. She put up a post. It's a really long post, so I'm just gonna read it out. It says, I consider you all to be family and truly love and appreciate the relationship we have built. In an effort to remain transparent, and because many of you have asked, I want to share a new development in my life. After 6 years of marriage and 9 years together, Adam and I have decided to get a divorce. I'm not going to sugarcoat things and say this has been easy. Divorce is incredibly difficult, but the silver lining is that the journey to this decision has made me stronger and has helped me blossom into the woman I am today. I can't promise a lot of things because I don't know what the future holds, but I can promise that I will remain positive and I will continue to do what I do best. Being an amazing mom and role model to my biggest life's blessings, Samia, Zain, and Aya. Thank you so much for giving us love and support. Please keep my family and I in your prayers. So that was basically the post that she put up on her Instagram a few weeks ago, and it had a lot of people talking. Like, people were genuinely surprised, and that is including myself, because they seemed very happy. Latoya is a very like bubbly personality. Adam is more, you know, relaxed, more in the background. He doesn't really talk so much, but even at that, I felt like I was getting some offish vibes from their videos. It wasn't giving me the same vibe I fell in love with.
Man, these kids are too spoiled. Jeez, I did not go on one vacation when I was growing up. I didn't even go on a family vacation, bruh. No, family vacation was going to my grandparents' house.
Who can relate? Comment below.
Family vacation.
And I personally fell in love with their whole family, their family vlogs. You know, I fell in love with Latoya's cartoon vlogs, and then the story times that she would give over that. So I just felt like, wow. Like, wow, it's so crazy.
You know, let me make it clear, you know, I don't owe anybody any explanation of my personal life or anything like that, for obviously. And I know doing a video like this, you know, the Twitter woke individuals are gonna probably dissect this video. The YouTube police are gonna dissect this video. It is what it is. You can do whatever you want with this video. There's two sides to a story, and I'm just gonna share, you know, my side of the story in a way that's not gonna bash anyone. I'm gonna be as neutral as possible. I'm not making this video to put myself against her or you guys to pick sides. I'm not into any of that stuff.
So I feel like Adam was getting a lot of backlash, so he decided to go on his YouTube and just talk about, he made a new YouTube channel and he decided to just go on that page and just talk about his own side of the story, basically just share his truth.
The reason why I'm doing a video is I've been dragged on the internet for a while. I've been dragged from her side of, people from her side, and I don't owe her anymore. I don't owe her protection anymore. Like, I don't have to stay quiet to protect you. That's not my business no more.
He talked about how he was tired of having to constantly remind her that he was her person, that he was her ride or die. He talked about how he was tired of always having to be a firefighter. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just guessing, like, maybe it means that maybe Latoya would make some rash decisions, or like in the spot, spontaneous decisions without having to think things through properly, and he would have to like cover for her, and he was tired of doing that.
Even when I did file the papers, I had I had tell her, like, listen, if you really down to make this work, I'll toss this. And I kid you not, I can't make this up. This is exactly what she told me. I'm for the streets. I can't make that up. So if you for the streets, then to the streets you shall return.
I know, that's really crazy. But in her defense, on her own Instagram page, I think she went on her Instagram stories to address that she said that sarcastically and she didn't actually mean it that way. But I feel like in that moment, being sarcastic, is that really the best thing for you to do? Listen, I personally, coming from a place of a newlywed, because if you don't know, I got married recently in November of last year, so I've been married for about 7 months now, and I don't know how people get to a point where someone who they chose to spend forever with all of a sudden becomes so repulsive to them that they actually feel like they have to get away from this person. I don't really get it. I know that it's not easy and nobody wants to get to that point, but it does happen, and I don't know what makes it happen. I can't even imagine myself getting to a point where my husband all of a sudden just becomes so repulsive to me and I'm just not interested in having him in my life anymore. So I can understand that it's a very difficult decision, and I'm not trying to like take sides with anyone or bash anyone, but it is what it is, right?
I'm no longer interested in questioning people's actions. If that's what you're doing, if this is what you're saying, if this is what you're doing, I'm not even asking why. Because I want peace. I'm choosing peace. That's the number one reason of it all. If you guys have seen me before on social media, I'm pretty sure I don't look like I don't come off as a dramatic individual. I'm the Zen to her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a very cool, calm, and collective kind of individual. That's just my personality. So I don't think I can put up the cost, the expense of peace was becoming too much.
He also spoke about how after Kobe Bryant died and he was on a journey to self-discovery, trying to, because he found that life was so fickle, and anybody could just go at any moment. Like, there were no guarantees with life, and he was trying to like be on a journey to self-discovery and just find himself and all of that. Latoya wasn't actually on that journey, and she herself just decided to be on a vanity journey. Like, they were going opposite directions. But I don't really know how I feel about that, because from what I know, Latoya has always been that person, just always been a vain person, give or take, basically. Like, that's part of the things that makes up who she is. That's part of her branding, do you understand? And he has always known that Latoya was that kind of person. So for him to come and say that she was being vain, I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, everybody goes on their journey at the time they want to go on the journey, at their own pace. There's no there's no hard and fast rules to these things. Everybody reaches their journey for self-discovery, reaches a point when they feel like they have to go on a journey of self-discovery at their own pace, and it can't be forced, right?
After looking at everything, I noticed that I've just been avoiding a lot of red flags constantly. Just the simple red flag is when you gotta remind someone that, hey, yo, I'm your ride or die. Like, I got your back, and you know, they don't even know that, or like you're constantly trying to remind them that, like, hey, when everyone left, I'm still here, not because I'm your partner, but like, I'm your ride or die. That's just the smallest thing. There's just so much red flags, because remember, I'm not in the business, I'm not trying to bash anyone, but things would occur, and I would avoid the red flags to keep it all together, you know, for the sake of the family.
It was really like a shocker to me, and I feel like Latoya isn't someone that is very good with communication, because if you watch her channel, you would see that she had this best friend. I don't even remember what her best friend's name was at the time, but she had some issues with her best friend, and she had issues with, you know, she just seems like someone who isn't really good at communication. And Latoya also complained a couple of times that Adam wasn't he wasn't romantic, he wasn't like expressive, he wasn't expressing his feelings. Like, he hardly told her that she looked beautiful, and you know, she felt the need to always have to ask him for affirmation. And she's the type of person who likes you to be like all over her and give her all the attention that she wants, right? So for her to be asking you all the time, like, am I pretty, what do you think, am I pretty, you know, it just goes to show that, I mean, you're not like vibrating on the same frequency, basically. So but that is that on Latoya's part. On Adam's part, at the same time, Adam was, you know, he seems like a very laid back person, doesn't really like to be in the spotlight as much. So they were basically opposites, you know, attracting. Like they say, opposites attract, but they were very, very opposite personalities. And I also feel like Latoya had some self-esteem, jealousy issues, because I remember that there was a vlog that she made about how she went to his workplace, and she was basically accusing him of cheating, because then he was a personal trainer, and she basically accused him of cheating on her right in front of the guests, of the clients, right in front of the clients.
Especially like, you know, beautiful women that come to the gym with makeup, hair done, everything did, like, you know, no offense, huh?
Sitting there holding the camera,
Right?
no
And you don't
sense.
need to be on this clock anymore. I have a baby on the way.
exactly.
I'm engaged.
I'm trying to provide.
Make me feel secure.
Provide.
Make me feel secure.
She was accusing him of cheating on her, and she was talking about how she doesn't feel comfortable with the fact that he is always around women, and that he's a good-looking man. The fact that he's always around women would make her uncomfortable.
Just so happy that you're not a personal trainer anymore.
Okay.
Because I really don't need you to be watching women squat all damn day, getting their booty right. Like, that makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm happy that you don't personal train anymore, only at nights with your wifey.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm no longer doing all that. Change, man.
Because of that and some other reasons, Adam actually quit being a personal trainer, because, you know, it wasn't just working for their relationship. So yeah, basically, so Latoya and Adam have decided to get a divorce, and that is just so crazy for me. Like, I cannot believe it, because they're one of the YouTube personalities that I really, really liked. And it's a really sad story, and I really hope that they can, you know, find a way to stay connected as a family, even though they won't actually still be married, but at least stay together for their children, you know, so that children can have a wholesome development and growth, you know what I mean. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. All right, I just felt the need to, you know, come out here and just give my own 2 cents on this, just because I really, really like Latoya, and I really like Adam, and I just really like their relationship, you know, and I felt like this was just really, really crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation. I'm not here to be judge, jury. I'm not here to be any of that. I'm just, you know, giving my 2 cents on why I think their relationship went went south. So yeah, that's basically it. All right, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.